Hello, hello. I decided to have a little bit of a sneaky stream, I felt my productivity was a little lacking, so maybe having some witnesses to my drawing may help me with that productivity issue. So, yeah. Welcome, everybody. Damn, man, I gotta work right now. It's fine. I'm just going to be drawing. As you can see by the background, I've gotten a little further in the drawing we did last time. Well, not last time. We didn't do it on stream. What we did was we thought of the idea, barely drew it, and then I did this background off stream, and now we're here. How deep are we? Miles deep. Is it just me, or does he sound like Virgil? Virgil? From what? I woke up literally 5 minutes ago. Glad to have caught it. Good morning. From DMC. Oh. Are you actually creating a game? No. I'm hesitant to... I like the idea of wanting to create a game, but I feel like that's going to be quite far into the future. But I have decided on one thing. I'm definitely making a book. We're definitely going for a book at least. Virgil, the Roman poet, obviously. Ah, yeah. I heard some of his TED Talks. But yeah, I've decided we're going for a book. Though I feel like it would be very fun to, like, if we set the goal of a book, right? Just to, like, work on it together and see, to try and make the best book we can. You know, because I have an idea of what I want the book to be. I've thought about the idea of a book for a while. Okay, I just haven't I've been avoiding saying yes, there'll be a book, because then it's out there. You know, then I actually have to do it. But over time, I've thought about it more, and I'm like, you know what? The book is definitely something that I want to do. Oh, a book but with extra visuals? Question mark. Well, yes. I don't read, so it's definitely gonna be a book that has, pictures in it, mostly pictures. Oh, thank you for the donation, Dominic the donkey. Hey, Monster Garden. Hope you're having a good day. I really love your art and appreciate the designs, concepts. Hope people in chat are having a good one. Is everybody having a good one? Tell them. I'd love to know if everybody's having a good one as well. First stream, I've watched a lot of your stuff, and it's amazing, dude. Oh, thank you, Bluefire. What if it's a bunch of mini-stories? So... Yes, okay. Seems like everybody's having a good day, then. Good-ish one. Good-ish is good enough. Picture books remind me of Warhammer 40k codexes released with lore and artwork in it. So, okay. The ideas that I've had for a book is... like... I wanted it to be... like... the notebook of the stranger. Right? Like what he would write down through his travels. So trying to get that sort of authentic traveler's notebook vibe. Obviously with drawings and illustrations aplenty inside. And I was thinking that, you know, realistically inside the book, if you were to think of it realistically as a traveler's book, there wouldn't be any colors. Like the paintings wouldn't be colored, obviously, but just for the sake of like coolness, I think it'd be neat to add color to them, so like properly render some of them. Some of them would be left as sketches and such. Um, but basically like documenting different parts of the world. I don't know how many we would be able to cram into one book because like the world has uh, quite a lot going on. Um, so like Rust and Hummus. Ooh, glad you mentioned Rust and Hummus. I love that world, and I took inspiration from the name to name like my world as well, because my world is named Rust and Trenches. So I just like the naming convention of like a word, and it sounded satisfying. So I was like, oh, I want to call it something, and Rust and Trenches sounded perfect. Yeah, you could have paint to be fair. If he is a traveler, he could get natural pigments and stuff like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But so the thing is, I do want it to be more than just a traveler's notebook, just because of the versatility. If perhaps you do want to use it for something, so I was thinking it could be a traveler's notebook and be styled in that way. But when it comes to the monsters and creatures and such, we could try and develop stat blocks for something like 5e. Not like making our own system. Um, I don't think that'd be a good idea yet, at least. But like making a stat block for an already existing system like 5e would be nice, so that it is mainly an art book styled like a traveler's notebook, but um, also has some content if you were to want to use the creatures as D&D creatures. The issue with that being, well, I don't know. I don't know how many creatures I'm gonna put in it. I run D&D. I've always dreamed about using the stuff you've been making. Have you heard of Darkwood, Simon? Yes, I took inspiration from Darkwoods quite often, actually. When I was illustrating The Stranger, I did want to try and capture that vibe of Darkwood, though I haven't put Stranger in a scene that is like Darkwood. I mean, the whole Witch Hunter vibe in general, I was trying to capture Darkwood and its like gritty atmosphere. I haven't quite done it yet. It is... Mine is definitely a little brighter and lighter and less dirty. Um, which is fine. I still think I sort of found my own niche. Uh, Johannes Torgelsons. Sorry, I probably butchered your name, but can we please have a faction of hot vampires with mechanical limbs? What? I don't think we can have that. Could the book be similar to The Electric State? What is The Electric State? Is that one of hold on. I think I know what that is. It's hard for me to remember by name. Ah, right, this guy. Right. Uh, what's the name of the guy who made it again? Oh, right, the guy's name is Simon. I forgot that he's also one of the Simons. Um, what's your favorite RP system? I would say it's 5e, D&D 5e, but it still has some parts that I get bothered by when it comes to role-playing and such. Um, I feel like there has to be a better way to do damage. in a role-playing game. Like it is for ease of use, definitely, and like fun. Like AC, AC armor class, being basically like dodge and also armor thickness mixed together, you know? I don't like that part. I want armor to be separate from dodge, because it's basically two different things. Getting hit, and that, like, armor feels like something that would reduce incoming damage, and then dodge would be being able to evade the attack entirely. So it's like a trade-off between, do you want to get hit but get hit by very little damage, or do you want to try to be light and dodge the attacks, but when you get hit it's bad? That would be like a nicer balance, I think, but I don't know. That, obviously that would like cause more trouble. Who just said R34 monster kid? Um uh that's gonna be for the Patreon. That's you. We're not talking about that here. uh weren't you fluid in German? Yes. Well, fluid for an 8-year-old, if that makes sense. I know enough German. Well, I left Germany at an early age, so I don't have the vocabulary. I can speak, but sometimes I just can't talk about some things because, well, when I was a kid, I never talk about those things, so just I don't have those words available to me. But I can have a general conversation, definitely without problem. Um, since magic is attracted to spiral shapes, are snails magical in some way? Magic being attracted to spiral shapes does not mean that everything that has spirals on it is magical. Some things utilize magic while having spirals, but some things just don't. I think we can't think of... If you want vampires, the ones from Necroscope are pretty interesting. Oh, thank you for the $10, Justin Livingston. I freaking love listening to your stories. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. I guess it's more like the energy is sustained more in spirals and can be built over time or store artificial easier. Well, no, like, repeating shapes, geometric shapes and like spirals attract mana, but that doesn't mean that the thing that has a spiral on it can use mana, It just, some things happen to have spirals on them that don't have anything to do with mana, but everything... So, everything that's magic has to have geometric shapes and spirals, but not everything that has spirals needs to be magical. There could be a type of snail that utilizes magic that has evolved that way, but that depends. You're saying I should hang hundreds of snails on my clothes, Mike. But yeah, back to the book. I'm still puzzled on how I would go about it. Just general resources, how you make a... Yeah, I followed YouTubers who have made their own books, right? Like, Miscast, one of my favorite channels, he made a book, right? The plant book and stuff like that, which is an amazing... Oh my god, the Rootish language is so good, but I know people who've made books, but I don't know myself how that process goes, right? I would want to know everything before jumping into it, because, like, I feel like there's a specific way that I'd need to illustrate it for it to be able to be used in a book, right? Or are there rules? Like, does it have to start with a front page of like chapters, or does the author name have to be at the back or the front, or like what are are there like set rules of things you need to do on a book for it to be able to be produced? Or because like when I think of The Stranger's Notebook, I don't think of him writing the name or documenting the pages in front. So it would just be a but that would be a bit of a nightmare, wouldn't it? If I don't like write the topics at the front page, whatever that's called, salaban. That's how it's called in Thai. I forgot what that's called. Thing in front. Okay, idea number 2, druidish guys who walk around collecting snails for ritual purposes to summon lesser gods. If no, you still get the money. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, like lesser gods don't that gods are not like a thing in the world. It's not that they're proven to be true or not. Maybe some people have had some druggy conversations with gods, but the only people that can confirm that are the people that have spoken to them. So nothing's 100% plausible, true, whatever. You could also do something like Vermis, if you ever heard of the book. Yes, I love Vermis. It's a guide to a dark fantasy game that doesn't exist. Yeah. Having like a strong style in a book, I think, is really important. You know, like getting the vibe of the book correct. I feel like if we're talking about size, I feel like a sort of smaller booklet type thing. Well, booklet makes it sound too small. Hold on. Let me draw a hand. Nice lines. Okay, sorry, I'm blinding everyone. This is too bright. There you go. Okay. If this is your average person's hand, right? Then the book would be, I was thinking like this big? Like not big, you know? Notebook size. A4 size book? A4 is a... Hold on. I gotta find a piece of A4 paper for reference, because I can't really picture A4 that much. No, definitely not A4. A4 is way too big, I feel. Like, who'd be lugging around a notebook this big, you know? Like, if you fold an A4 in half, that feels more right to me. Like, just fold an A4 in half. To me, that feels like a good size. Yeah, because that's pretty much what I drew on the screen. Is like an A4 folded in half. Half A4 is just A5? Oh, I did not know that. Why do the numbers go up and the size gets smaller? It really matters if it's supposed to be a logbook or a compendium. Who's writing the book? The stranger is. As a book used by someone who travels a lot, it really should fit neatly into a big pocket or a fuller backpack. Yeah, but like, okay, what I'm most curious about is like, how do you make a book? You know, like all the YouTubers I find that make books just magically are like, here's a book. And I'm like, who did you contact? Where do you start? How do you make a book? What's the layout of a book? Like, what do you send them? What company do you go to that makes or prints the books? And like, how, you know, I think like I need to contact people for that to know what I'm aiming for before. Publishers, World Docs, publishing companies. Then they figure it out. Then they figure it out. Same boat right now, man. Wouldn't they put someone to assist? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because if I know the dimensions of the book and like what I need to do, then I can start working on the pages, like right away. Because I don't know like what size file I need or what the quality is, like how many pixels by pixels I need to like start making pages for a book. To self-publish, but self-publishing is a little more difficult if it's going to be physical. Oh yeah, I bet that's going to be a little more difficult. I'd basically have to get myself a printer, a paper cutter, and make own book covers, and then make the books myself. It seems like a lot of stuff. Do you know what content you want in the book? That's the thing. I was gonna talk to you guys about it, cause um, it'd be good to know what people want in the book, right? And then to make that in the book. Obviously, I will mostly focus on what I want in the book because it's gonna be my project, but it'd be good to have input and know what people would be interested in seeing in a book. Um, any tips for drawing? Nope, I am winging it most of the time. Or you could have some premium edition book for the highest tier patrons. I want creatures and monsters. Yeah, like creatures and monsters seem like the most interesting thing to put in a book. Obviously, theory of difference. Are you doing an online book or a physical book? I feel like, I mean, obviously, if you're selling a book, it would be best to have as many options possible, as many options available as possible. So it'd be good to have, you know, an online copy that you can get, or a soft and hard cover like most people do. I think that would be the most sensible thing to do. Um, your landscape shots evokes a sense of dread. I'd say give us a lot of those. First time watching a dream. Hello, Josh. Josh. Online is good if it's cheaper. Well, yeah, of course. The online copy would be way cheaper. I was thinking it would. You know that thing where you can make it so the price is like $1 or up. So it's like you only have to pay $1 for it to get the book, but if you want to pay more, you can. I'd probably do something like that for the online version. So it's like it's just $1, and there you go. You can have the book. Something like that. Please add a redstone chicken farm tutorial to your book. I'm sorry, but like I haven't even figured that out. I tried to figure out a way to separate the baby chicken from the adult chicken with like water streams and fences and fence gates. I couldn't figure it out. You know, there would always leak through because I was thinking that I would have a set amount of adult chicken laying the eggs will get shot out into baby chicken, and the baby chicken will stay somewhere until they grow up, and then they get slaughtered automatically. Um, but I could never figure that out. It's so annoying. Um, and then a creeper came and blew it up. I still haven't recovered. Still have not recovered. Maybe some of the pages could be purposely torn off or ripped. I'm wondering this. Is weathering an option in, like, okay, we can do, yes, you can do the D&D book style, if every page is printed, just print it so it looks dirty. That works, right? But, like, could we actually fuck up the book? Like, can we tear it up and no, I don't think that's gonna be a good idea. I feel like, yes, we weather the book visually on the pages with, like, the printing style, but we don't actually weather the book. I think if you want to weather your own book, you can do that. I'm not gonna give you a fucked up book. Oh, also, this stream is not gonna be very long, because I will probably, like, disappear soon to go to a market with a friend. So that's why it was like a secret stream, because it wasn't going to be that long. I don't know when that's going to happen, because I just told him to tell me when he's going to head out, so I might just spontaneously be like, oh, well, now the stream ends, and then I disappear. Buy my book, it's missing pages, yeah. Ruining book would cost very large sums of customer. Understandable. But yeah, okay. So, like, I feel like a good way to start thinking about the book would be to figure out what the contents of the book should be, and then making a sort of, like, a storyboard of the book, if that makes sense. Like, we make rough thumbnails of each of the pages, and then you would have to slowly go through rendering each of them out. You know, so we would be like, okay, page 1 will have a picture here, and then some text, and then another picture here, and then some more text, and then second page will be here. So I would just have to, like, write out all the pages and everything that is on those pages. And, like, I could definitely make, like, if I get into a rhythm, I could probably get that done pretty reasonably quick. If I have, like, all the stuff laid out in front. Writing it as a list of contents would be good. How long do you want the book to be? That's another question. I don't know how thick I want the book to be. How thick? You know, how dumpy, how juicy. I feel like, okay, it is obviously we will have to cover magic in the book. So magic, creatures, locations, items. If you get the layout first, you can figure out how everything fits together. 56 plus pages. The war? Yeah, the war is definitely... The war, well, the war is basically under locations as well, so hold on. War, witch hunters, which is basically rural. Thank you for the donation. Make more than one book written for from different perspectives. Okay, let's think about one book first. I'm sure that I'm not going to be able to cover everything in one book, but it's going to be nice to think about it as one book first. Okay, give me more suggestions. What would be people? Right, people and significant characters would be interesting. Flows, timeline, and events. Yeah, some religion would be good. I do want it to be, if it is going to have like stat blocks and stuff like that, I do want it to be a book that would be very useful, if that makes sense. So like more teetering towards focusing on items, characters, creatures, and locations and stuff like that than like historical events and such. You know, because if we documented too many events, I feel like it'd be too rigid. I would want it to be more like a playground that you can take aspects from, right? So like locations and things that inhabit that location is a good base, I think. A little bit of lore, obviously, to set it up would be good, um, but not like too much that the book is literally like uh, uh, yeah, religion would be separated into pillars and centrists. Yeah, I don't want the book to be divided into a specific or be about a specific journey. I get where you're coming from with like wanting it to be a journey, because then that would be like the most authentic take on having it be a traveler's notebook. But I feel like losing some of that authenticity for the sake of having more variety of content within the book would be good, right? National stories. What are national stories? Stop. I would recommend stop spamming. Um, hey there, Simon. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good right now. Maybe in the style of the art of slash type book, mostly drawings. Yeah, I'm hoping for it to be mostly drawings with like little bits of lore and stat blocks and stuff like that. Oh, it definitely needs to have dwarves in it, of course. What's so sneaky about the stream? I didn't announce it. You should start by contacting a company and asking questions you need. Yeah, but the thing is, like, there are so many companies, I think, and I don't know who I would want to contact, you know? Include several pages of story, information on the world, less hero's journey, and more occasional diary snippets. The pillars, maybe, it's right here. Research documents, yeah. Comments from the writer, well, yeah, that will be hopefully what I try to um portray through the writing in the book. Can you make sock puppets a creature? What? Maybe encounters with specific character. Important characters. I have it. Diplomacy and intrigue. I would want to avoid diplomacy and intrigue, as it is more of like a book thing, you know? Like, it requires actual really good writing skill to make that interesting, right? And I would want it to be more like a book that sparks creative imagination, right? And I don't think political intrigue and drawing political figures will be the most interesting part of the world, you know? Like, the giant crawling finger tanks are probably a little more interesting than Senator Armstrong, who's fucking running for president of ROM for his 4th year or whatever. You know? Flora and fauna, yep. Food. If you have the money, question mark? Fauna and flora? It's just the other way around. Languages. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's gonna be a bit of a hard one. Weaponries within items. I would say weapons are within items. Technology like guns, that would be in items. I guess items would be a subclass of technology. So, like, I do want to, like, focus on military innovations. What's the crunching sound outside? Oh, there's 2 birds fighting on my neighbor's roof. Excuse me a moment while I watch this. Damn. They're smacking the shit out of each other. Holy shit. They're pigeons, by the way. 2 pigeons. Equally sized. One of them's climbing on the other one's shoulders and, like, beating its face with its wings. Holy shit. It's awesome. Oh shit. He tapped his other bro in and they fucking switched spots. Like, tag teaming one of them. Let's go. Nope, he's coming back in. He's coming back in. His bro assisted for a little bit, then went right back out and said, like, okay, you continue this. And damn. They're bumping chests. Like, they're Oh, he got the other one from behind. He's pinning his wings. He's trying to kick him, I think. I don't think kneeing is allowed, though. Should definitely be... The referee's not even looking. He's just minding his own business, pecking. Definitely paid. Definitely rigged and corrupted. Okay, sorry about that. Where were we? My phone turned off. Shit. Who's winning? I don't know. The guy who got tag teamed on is actually holding his ground quite well. Anyway, sorry. Yes. I got very distracted by birds. Okay. Where were we? Folklore. Yeah, folklore would be good. Well, let's write that under stories. I feel like it'd be interesting to have stories of people, or stories from people, and folklore would be an interesting thing to have to like introduce a character if a character has gained this sort of folkloric status. Like for example, the rat catcher. You know, the rat catcher would have his entry be stories told from different people about him, instead of specifically from him or whatever. You know, that would be interesting. I would say fairy tales and folklores are quite. I'd group those together. Did you know folklore equals folk plus lore? Damn. Damn. I did not. Holy shit, you just blew my mind. Is this too much for... Well, what I'm trying to do right now is just to, like, see what could be in the book. I don't think, we won't be, like, capturing every single aspect of the world. So if something doesn't fit, we'll cut it out and stuff, so... Will the book be canon? Well, yeah, hopefully. Tar obviously tastes like Marmite. I've said it from the start. Tar tastes like Marmite. It is basically just Marmite. Creation myths would be within religion. So these two would have things talking about their beliefs. Yeah, anatomy notes would be from research documents. Do we have any Vegemite enjoyers in chat? Medicine. Medicine would probably also be in research documents, so, well, medical. Research documents would also sort of be like military innovations, anatomy notes, medical stuff. A map. I don't think I'm gonna have a map. I want to keep it mapless as long as possible, or honestly just not have a map, because I just feel like it narrows it too much. Like, I won't be able to, like, expand it or add anything to it without retconning things that have been, that are already set in stone, you know? Pixel Music, hello. Thank you for the €2. Tar is important to my own magic system I made. Oh, nice. Nice. That's really good. What are we doing? We're thinking about what would be in the book. Bugs. Bugs will go under creatures. Mr. Texby. Oh, thank you for the kroner? Are those Danish kroner? Thank you for the 10 Danish kroner. But yeah, where are creatures again? I missed it. Oh, creatures. Bugs. Obviously, we would have to go with bugs. Maybe, like, present pressed flowers in pages. That's one thing that I was thinking about, was like, it would be nice to illustrate the flower ones and have, like, try to draw pressed flowers in pages. I did that when I was visiting my girlfriend's, and I still have the pressed ones. They just look nice, you know. So that's definitely, I'll try to do that if we can. So pressed. Will all of this be in one book? Again, I am writing down all the ideas for now. We are brainstorming. This is not officially like, yes, this will all be in the book. Everything I write on here is gonna be in the book. Boobies will also be in the book. Like, it's just brainstorming and seeing what we can come up with and what topics are interesting, and then we'll cut it down to what would fit into a book, right? We can't cover the whole world, obviously. Oh no. I'm not a fan. Cool. Great. Top seller. Finally, a good book. I opened Pandora's bra. Oh no. I made a big mistake. A guide for brothels? No. Make zins of all different things. Zins? What are zins? Local alchemists. Recipes. Oh, that's kind of neat. That would be under research document. Alchemical. I am not good at spelling. Recipes. Magic will be casting. Ifs. Metamorphosis. Thank you for the $2. Oh, you're back. Is there a difference between old magic and new magic? What? There is just magic. There is no old and new magic. I guess developments in magic? I mean, many developments in magic have been made. Julius, thank you for the 50 sec. I don't know what sec is, but I appreciate either way. Here's some better kroner. What? Better kroner? SE kroner? Wait, sec kroner? The K is kroner. What is SE? Doodle a random guy in the notes, like the dwarf video. Oh, I'm definitely... Listen, my girlfriend doodles those little things. Sadly, she doesn't have a drawing tablet, so what we did was I gave her a screenshot of the drawing, she drew on it, like on her computer and then send it back to me, and then I copied them off of it, trying to get them as close as possible. But like I would love to like get her doodles in it as well, just for fun. Like on little pages, just have little guys and stuff like that on there, like she does. If you, by the way, go check her out. Like her stuff is, hold on, I'm gonna send you her stuff. She makes like she made like really cute doodles of my characters, and I will always try to share this stuff, because it's neat and cool, and I like it. Okay, I'm gonna send you her Twitter. Sign into chat. What the fuck? I have to sign into chat? Hold on. Let me just... There you go. And there you go. That's her Twitter. Like, check it out. She makes like the little cute doodles, and that'd be like really nice to have on some pages, just to like add some bit of a lighter mood. She's about to get 319 plus followers. I mean, that'd be nice. But yeah, she made like one of the Ratcatcher, if you haven't, not the Ratcatcher, sorry, of the Stranger, which is like her first post you'll see, and it's fucking adorable. It is so good. Cute. Yes, I know, it is really cute. Magically powered weapons, like guns, like magic guns. Yeah, that would be in artifacts, trinkets, and weapons. They love each other, made me cuckle at the... Yeah, she wrote that on there as well. Utility of magic. That would be good as well. So talking about how it's used as well. Well, I don't have to do it in brackets. Utility is self-explanatory enough. How does the stranger get around? I think he would have a cart, or like a wagon, probably, and like some horses. Please, nature. Flora and fauna. It's right here. Clothing. Items. That would... Okay, fine. Items is clothing included. So you stop asking about it. It's... If you think a subcategory of something may already include your thing that you will suggest, then you don't have to suggest it. Because it's probably in there. Is history already there? I don't think I would want to focus much on history. Like little lore bits enough to hint at what happened would be enough. Instead of like having a very comprehensive, like just events of like historical events laid out is a bit too much, I think. Thank you for the 100 Danish kroner. Damn, Mr. Tech Spy. Swedish krones at an all-time low at the moment. Oh, those were Swedish kroners. Is this fighting of kroners? A question related to thimbles. Have you considered making oblong or flat openings with a focus on cutting slashing magics? Yes, I have. But normally thimbles are designed to be as versatile as possible, so they're just like the generic all-round use thimbles, you know, that's like the baseline. But then there are staves and other shapes that people utilize to cast different types of magic, besides thimbles that get more specific. It would be interesting to have like a thimble with a broadened tip, to like slice things and cutting instead. But I'd say just having like a little staff instead would be better for that. Because it'd be annoying to have like a wide, broad blade on the tip of your thimble the whole time. Does Iceland have a kroner too? I don't know that. Anything on anti-magic? I mean, that would be in magic would be things that go against magic. I would think there are materials or shapes that would help disperse magic across a larger area. Just for the memes, love your drawings, by the way. Thank you. Oh my god, more Swedish kroner. Thank you very much, Jonas. Johannes or Johannes. Thank you. God damn it, the kroners are fighting. But yeah, I'm gonna write this, I'm gonna save this as book. Monster Garden, folder, book. I will have to head out now. So, it was fun talking to you about the book. And we'll see what comes to it. I'll see about like contacting some people to know more about actually like making a book and hardcover, please. Yes, hardcovers are definitely a thing that I'm thinking of. I found something in Thailand specifically, which was like a cover made out of banana leaves, I think, and it looks really nice. I think it was called plant leather or something like that. And honestly, it looks really nice. I might consider it. It's a local product, so it would be interesting to use, you know? Because I have it available to me because I'm in Thailand, so it'd be nice to use that if it's possible. But either way, take care, everyone.